first impression is really good. The stadium is amazing, the infrastructure is amazing. So here you can find really everything to work good, to make good results. And this is my target, this is why I'm here. And yeah, I can't wait to see the team, to go to the beach, to make our first training and prepare the team for Sunday, the Sunday game. For the fans, they will see that I am a coach. For me, is very, very important. The energy on the beach, I want from every player the maximum, because for me it's very important that the supporter go home from the match with a good feeling, and this is very important for me. And yeah, my career is, as you said, interesting. I'm now a long-time coach. I started my career in 2007 as a first coach on the amateur level, then later from 2012 to 2022, 10 years, I was assistant coach on the highest level. I played 2 times the Champions League group stage. I was in European League 8 final in five countries, so it was really interesting. And since 2002, I started to be a first coach, and also now in 3 countries. And yeah, it's very, very tough. Very tough, and also this now is a tough project in Takiej. I'm full motivated. I'm here to make results. I'm here to keep the club in the league. This is the only target what I have now and why I'm here.
You underlined that 10 years you cooperated with Nenad Bielica. Sometimes you had to replace him during games in the Champions League, in the Austria League, Italian League. You beat Legia Warszawa, so definitely you have great memories from this time.
Yeah, of course. So when I look back in my career until now, it was so many great and big moments, and for that I'm really proud. And of course this was experience, and experience help you also for the future. And yeah, I don't want to miss any moment in the past of my career.
As a head coach, you compete against Atletico Madrid. Is it true that Diego Simeone is your role model?
Yeah, generally I'm very interested in football, and I like a lot of coaches. I cannot tell 100% who is the really role model. From everybody you can take something and can see something. But of course, from Diego Simeone, I like his energy, how he lead the team, how he's a fighter, and how you can see that also in the team. And this is what I also like, and that's we can say, yeah, that he is my number one role model. Yes.
Finally, you became a head coach of Osijek. How was important moment it was in your life? We have to underline that you had a good start there.
It's everywhere. It doesn't matter where you start, in which team. It's most important that you have a very good start, that immediately you make performance, especially when you take over the team in the middle of the season. This was also like in Osijek. It was not an easy moment, but we did a very good job, and in the end we finished at the 3rd place in the qualification for a Conference League, and this was very important also for the club in that time. And yeah, I had also there very good memories.
What do you think when you got offer from GKS Tychy? How much time you need to make a final decision?
To be honest, I followed the club in the past because I am very interested in Polish football. It was my target to come back to Poland, because in Lech was amazing time. These 2 years when I was in Lech Poznan, this was amazing time, and I saw how good is Poland growing up in football, with the stadiums, with the infrastructure. Also the league is very interesting, extra class, and also the first league is very, very interesting. And it was my target, to be honest, to come to Poland. And when started the contact with GKS Tychy, then of course I was watching the matches, the team. to make a little bit analyze for myself, but I could see that the team is good. They have potential. For sure, the position where we are now is not the position where we should be, and I'm 100% sure that we can bring the team up in the next weeks, and that we can keep the team in the league. There I'm 100% sure, and for that I will give everything.
Generally, how you treat this job, because probably it will be the biggest challenge in your career, but you have a good experience from your last club because the situation was almost the same.
Yeah, I had last year the same situation when I took over GAK in Austria. They were last. They were 10 games without victory, and I needed 4 matches there to be on the second last position. And yeah, I'm sure I have experience in that role. And yeah, as I said, I know on which things I have to work now, how to push the team, that they really will be motivated and with good energy in the next games. And yeah, as I said, that's my target, and I'm sure we can do it.
Everybody realized that we find in the tough situation. What is your plan for upcoming days? How can you help a team?
It's very important to remember the players who they are, because now, of course, you can see a long time without victory. Of course, the self-confidence is on the bottom. Everybody is down, but this is now the first thing what we're gonna do with the coaching staff, that we bring the player up, that we give them self-confidence, that we give them positive energy, and of course they will get the tools on the pitch in all phases of football, against the ball, with the ball, transition moments. They will get the tools that they feel safe on the pitch, that they feel secure, and then of course they can bring their individual quality up, and then they will make very good games, and we will look very good as a team.
What you will tell players in the dressing room, which words you include in your speech?
This is, to be honest, this is, as you said, for the locker room. This is not now the place to talk about it. I have, of course, I am prepared. I know what I will tell now to the team. This is clear, but this should be in our dressing room. This should be intern, and this is how I want to keep that.
At the beginning, do you want to talk with players, observe their during a training session, and on this base you draw conclusions?
No, generally I like, when I come to the team, I like to see everybody on the neutral zone. That means I really want to go to the pitch. Of course I have informations, but I want really to see and to feel them on the pitch the first 2 days, and really to observe them, and then I can have the whole picture, and then of course I will start also to talk individual and take the main players with me. But now the first 2 days, of course, I won't have the full picture for me, the full view, and then I will start with that things. Most important is that we are compact, that we are aggressive against the ball, that we in defense totally compact. This is the main thing what we have to do. And then of course we want to play fast. I want to play very fast in the last zone. I want to have a lot of situations in front of the goal, chances, shoots, crosses. I want that we play in the last zone of the opponent, and not too much in the own half. And very aggressive, with big energy, with big power, and that the fans in the stadium really see that the players give everything. Of course, sometimes you can lose the game. This is not the problem, but for me it's important how. And when you give everything, when you leave your heart on the pitch, then also sometimes you can lose, but the fans will see that the players did everything. And sometimes it happens in football that not the better team is winning, but what I want from my team is that we always give the maximum, more than 100%, and in every game. we should do that.
Which formation is your favorite?
Formation for me is not so important because important is the idea on the field. In which formation is depends sometimes on your team, sometimes on the opponent, and generally, I have 3-4 different formations. But as I said, it's also important how settle the team, what give the team security, especially in that moment, how they feel the most secure, and on that way we will decide our formation. But of course, I have it in the head. I know how we will play in the first game, but also I don't want to tell now.
What could you tell about a new face in the coaching staff, because you took an assistant coach?
Yeah, of course, Dino Skvarc is a legend player. He played in over 10 countries in the highest leagues, and he's very experienced guy. And he's now since 3.5 years my assistant. He was with me in Austria, in Greece also, and we work together. Now this is the 4th club, and he's totally on my way of football. We have the same idea, and he's also on the level he wants to grow up also as a coach, because he's still in the beginning, but with his experience also as a former player, he is very important, and he can give also a lot of individual advices to the players which they can use.
From perspective of mental zone, which type coach are you? Are you the strict father and the good uncle?
Let's say both of these. I can be the father, I can be the uncle, I can be also the brother. It depends what is needed. And as I said, for me it's the most important that the player give the maximum. This is what I want and what the player have to do. If I see that this is not working, that the player is not giving his maximum or is hiding, then I can be very strict and I can be also uncomfortable. But when I see that the player do everything, they give everything, then we have a very nice relation together.
Thank you, coach.
Thank you.
Elmax, oficjalny sponsor GKS Tychy.